Thanks, I try.
Watching this. No, I'm watching this dude plow.
Oh yeah, I forget you get all that snow up there. Yeah,
Yeah, it's snowing pretty good today.
snow plows and moose.
They were saying it was supposed to start at like 4 o'clock, and I woke up at 10:30, and there was snow on the ground already.
There's snow on the ground from last time.
Oh, from today. They were saying it was going to start at 4 o'clock. They lied.
I mean, it could stop and start again at 4 o'clock. You never know.
I don't know.
We tend to ignore the weather reports around these parts because they're never right. These motherfuckers. These motherfuckers could look outside and be like, "It's raining."
Yeah.
And then
Not an ollie with the weather.
it's not raining. Instead, there was a puddle in the ground and a truck drove by and splashed the window, and they're like, "Rain, we got rain. Major thunderstorms."
Yeah.
It's good shit. Our weather fucking sucks. It's not too bad this week. We're going to be fairly nice 50s and 60s.
What is going on, guys?
Well, if it isn't the Filipino hooker himself.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
What's up, Velo? Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back in the USA again. Vacation was best ever. Totally overstayed my stay and paid the fine, and it was worth it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You paid a fine because you stayed too long?
Yeah.
Totally.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
If you overstay your tourist visa or whatever the heck it is. No, without a visa.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are going to owe me some back pay.
It was the passport only allows for like a 30-day stay, but I stayed like 33 days, and so I mean I paid like 4,000 peso, which is like pretty much like $100. So it wasn't anything like super crazy, but it all ended up working out. It was crazy though. I mean, like 32-hour flight there and then back, and then a 12-hour layover in Korea. That was interesting. I got lots of pictures and videos to share. I just have to get around to actually going into CapCut and putting all
Didn't
the videos
you go to
together.
Vietnam in the first one?
It was close around there. I didn't go to Vietnam. So what happened is it went from Anchorage, Alaska to Seattle, Washington, and then from there I landed in the capital of Seoul, Korea. Then I took another flight that got me to Manila, the capital of the Philippines. Then I had to take another domestic flight to get to the right island, which is called Bohol, or to get to Penghu. And then I took a bus, which took me all the way to the actual like area called Buena Vista. So yeah, definitely did some traveling.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah.
Like a pretty well-rounded trip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
I loved looking at all your photos on Facebook there, bud.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Same here. I was trying to keep everyone updated because a lot of the time I didn't have Wi-Fi, and ironically, apparently AT&T's international data is the worst international data plan, of course, because my luck is so good it's bad, which is why I don't gamble. So let's just say like this: my international plan only can be activated within America, as ridiculous as that sounds. And so I activated for 7 days, and then I was in the Philippines. I tried to reactivate it, and they're like, "No, we can't do that because you're in the Philippines." I'm like, "You're telling me that you won't activate my international data because I'm in the Philippines?" They're like, "Yes." I was like, "But you do have the plan." They're like, "Yes." I'm like, "Well, this is dumb. Okay, goodbye." And but luckily they have these Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi, except it's a coin slot. You gotta put coins into it. Yeah. So that in hotels.
Minute and a half away.
Yeah. So that's how that works.
Okay, I'm hurrying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bye.
Interesting.
I was giggling pretty hard, dude.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah, freaking, you
it
were
was
posting
awesome.
all these beautiful pics of you like freaking walked up to the top of the mountain, and I'm
Yeah.
sitting there, like overlooking this beautiful whatever it was, bananas or something,
Yeah,
some sort of plantation.
it was. That was her
And,
family's
and,
farm.
and all I could think was, man, that's a funky looking golf course.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
seedy. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, you're like, that's funny looking golf because it did. It had like the vibe of a mini golf course. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But no, glad to be here. Glad to be back. Here soon, be jumping back into the whole VR things. That's my truck's actually sailing tomorrow, Monday. It's been on schedule. The schedule came around and gonna be good to go.
Provided you didn't blow any other e-brake cables in the meantime. Well, it's just sitting there.
Yeah. As long as like the tow guy doesn't somehow get in an insane racket accident and the magically fix, emergency brakes again, and then they're like, yeah, we can't take that. Then my eyes roll backwards. but I miss you all. I miss everyone. I miss Second Breakfast. I miss my homies, and excited to get some more VR games in, and excited to do live streams and shoot the shit and bullshit.
Yeah, Dark, did you hear about that whole fiasco? That was the funniest thing, dude.
Which one?
The one where they wouldn't take Velo's truck on the ship to ship it because he had one blown e-brake cable.
Yeah.
So he brought it to the dealer, and the dealer was telling him it was like 3 weeks for a new part to come in. And he hopped in a call with me, and I'm going, dude, that's not right. I'm like, what do you? It's an OEM part. Like, that shouldn't be a big deal.
Oh, you sent him the part, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, I remember you sending him the part, but I don't remember the details, so all that's new to me.
Yeah, and everybody at the dealer or wherever the heck was baffled that he got that part in 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That's
funny. Wouldn't have worked without that. Thanks, bro.
Yeah. I went online and had that shit to him in 3 days. That was the funniest thing, and that was general shipping.
It was, and then I just took it instead of going to the dealership. I just took it to a local mechanic, and he got it done within less than a day. And then they put it back in the park store and be like, all right, you're just waiting for the schedule for the barge. I was like, that's it. And they're like, yeah, that's it. I'm like, can you suck in the gas tank too? Sure. I was like, how much is that going to cost? They're like, oh, dude, I'll do that for free. I'm like, Martin, you're the shit. Thank you. So it's like, I don't know how everything worked up. Even then, I forgot I left my fucking pistol in the truck, and they're like, tow guy's like, dude, I can't bring this to the secured port with a gun. I was like, hey, you know what? That's a really damn good point. Hold on a second. And then Martin's like, dude, don't worry about it. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I'll just put it in my safe in the shop. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, just have, one of your buddies pick it up whenever. Has your name on it. I was like, yeah. You know what, Martin? You're getting a 5-star review, Martin. You need more 5-star reviews, bro.
Yo, that was my favorite thing about freaking Talkeetna Roadhouse. There was this, there's this breakfast place like 2 towns over from where Velo used to live that I would go every day to go have breakfast. But one day I forgot that I had my freaking pistol on me, and you're not supposed to have your pistol on you like openly in town. Like, but I went and I sat down at the counter and this and that, and the waitress comes over to me and she just goes, "Hey, can we check that for you?" And I went, "What?" And she's like, "Oh, your firearm." I was like, "Ooh." She's like, "Oh, yeah, here you go." And they gave me a little fucking tag thing, and then you watch them take it and go put it in a little freaking box on the side with the tag. It was like you checked your coat.
It's pretty funny.
It was the funniest freaking thing. I'm like, oh yeah, they don't do this where I'm from. Like,
that's hilarious. That's awesome. Hey guys, I'm at the wrestling event. I gotta go, but I'll pop back in here when I can. Okay.
All right, man.
Yeah, do your do.
All right, guys. I'll let you know how it turned out later.
Peace.
Yeah, but they had like this little cupboard, like you would have shoes in, like you see the shoe organizer, and all it was little slots, and you could see like 3 other people check their shit.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was very funny. I was like, oh yeah, we're not in Kansas anymore.
No, you can just have your guns around here, like whenever, wherever, except like in a bar. You can't have your guns in a bar.
Well, Well, even this, I think they got the same check thing at the bar.
That's funny.
Yeah, they probably have the same check system.
Because hell, you gotta have a gun with you up there.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Fucking Illuminati cats and fucking angry moose.
Yeah, angry mooses. Oh. So what's new with you, my friend?
Oh, not much. Just
I
same
see
old
your
shit.
I see your projects going very nicely.
Oh yeah, dude.
I've been keeping an eye in the art hub.
Yeah, I've gotten super into Unreal. Like, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I almost like it more than playing VR, hence the lack of VR.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm trying to find that balance because I still got to do VR stuff. Still got to make content and stuff like that. And I've fallen way off on that shit. So getting it managed and kind of figuring out how to split my time best. And then my wife bought me a 3D printer. So now I got something new to take up more time that I don't have.
Yeah, dude, I might have to hit you up to make me like some stems.
Yeah, I might do that because actually, after you said that to me, yesterday, the day before, I got on. There's a website called Thingiverse, and it's basically it's just models people upload for 3D printing, specifically all it is. And they have a few different pipe stems on there, but so I'll probably mess around and see what I can come up with. But
Because
actually,
like people make crazy ones. Here, I'll show you one. My buddy gave me this, but it's like you could tell somebody made this stem out of like resin or something. Ugh. And it's actually pretty cool. But it goes on a hold on. I gotta clean my fucking camera. Where'd it go? You see my fancy pipe with the orange stem thing?
no,
No?
maybe actually, I don't know.
No, I was talking to the missus.
Oh,
Put it somewhere.
well,
It's in the Christmas tree?
oh, it's a little busy.
Oh. But regardless, yeah, dude, they make some. It'll be cool. Cool to make some crazy stuff because I want to start making the nice wooden things, the
Yeah.
wooden parts. But like this one, you can clearly tell like somebody.
Oh yeah, you did show me that one.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
nice
yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's wicked cool. But you can tell somebody just like polished something. And I don't know how they get that curve and shit. But it's got to be like printed. Don't know. Because I got some really, really nice wood. Like I got some Brazilian maple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to start messing around with. But it'll be cool.
Yeah, dude, this thing
Ooh,
makes some.
I like your background.
Yeah, you like that?
I
So
like that. That's very
it's got
nice.
amazing like. Oh shit, that's not gonna. Look how fucking detailed that is. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like you can see the wood grain and
Is it
everything.
boobs?
No, it's Majora's Mask.
Oh, okay. Because all I saw was the eyes, and I'm going, ooh, that's boobs.
Ooh, chi-chis and cha-chas.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then I made a
chi-chis and
little
cha-chas.
shark. This fucking background.
Havoc only got half of what he was expecting.
He's gonna regret
Yep.
that in the future.
I don't know. He was he definitely wasn't what he was expecting.
That's funny. But no, other than that, man.
Yeah.
Just work's going fucking crazy. Got me working weekends all the time.
Oosh.
Or super late on Friday night or Saturday night, depending. It's not fun. But other than that, just grooving along, trying to learn as much as I can with Unreal, and I keep adding stuff to that same little scene, and it's just evolving and changing constantly. But that's really all that project's for. It's just a learning project. I want to see how far creatively I can go with that idea and learn as much as I can.
Kind of keeping an eye on Par's project there.
Yeah, that's interesting, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So for anybody listening, we have a good friend, Parhalion. He's a Second Breakfast founding member, and he has a project going called 1000 Fates. And it is essentially a choose your own adventure story that you vote to decide how it's going to go, what's going to happen. It's got some D&D elements where he'll roll for success and failures and stuff like that, but check it out.
But it's all community driven storyline.
Yeah,
pretty much.
There's a Discord.
So you'll have
and
the 1000 Fates
does
Discord.
What in episode twice a week. They're just little shorts, 30 seconds, minute long.
Yeah, once or twice, and then you keeps on going. It's pretty cool. I like it.
It's an interesting
phenomenal
concept. It's nothing I've really seen done in that way before, so it's refreshing to see new ideas and stuff.
Well, it'll be cool once that campaign's over and you can string them all together.
Yeah, and then then you kind of get the full story. So there'll be links for all that. Join the Discord and the actual channel where you can watch these. There's 2, I think, out right now. Another one should be out tomorrow.
Yeah, I think he's on
tomorrow evening.
I think he's on the 3rd one this week.
Yeah. So far, dude's woken up and went outside, and he's deciding where to go next.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to be a part of that. You get to decide. You get to vote. But you can't do it if you're not in the Discord.
I voted he goes to the local coffee shop.
I don't even remember what I voted. I got a bad brain.
Yep. Oh, it happens.
Oh yeah, that
Sometimes
was my
brain
vote
do
too,
things.
coffee shop.
Sometimes it don't. Yep.
So what's new with you? What's new in Nasty's world?
Working my tail off. As of the new year, I quit smoking cigarettes and I've moved on to pipe tobacco. Not because I think it's healthier or anything, but just because it's vastly expensive as of the new year here.
Yeah. You know, one thing I've noticed before I ever started smoking, I smoked Black and Milds. This was, I don't know, 15 fucking years ago. And I recently got some more Black and Milds just for nostalgia, I guess. But tell me why the price for the last 15 years of a pack of 5 Black and Milds has consistently been $5.
It's
Consistent.
because they're not regulated like
It's
cigarettes.
never fucking changed, and that just blows my mind.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. They're not regulated like cigarettes.
Makes sense.
There's no boogeyman behind them. See, like down by Havoc, they're like $6 a pack. Where I live, they're like 14 and change because of how many taxes are put on it.
Jeez. I think on the high end down here, cigarettes are $10 on the high end per pack. I think 9 something's the highest I've seen. And then for like a low end, you're gonna pay like $5, $5.75.
Yeah.
That's for the fucking rock gut, nasty, worst of the worst. It's like
Yeah, whereas
tar
I can
with a
get
little
really
tobacco.
nice pipe tobacco for like $11 for a pouch that lasts me a week.
Damn. Yeah, that's not bad at all. And you can use those cool
Yeah.
ass Gandalf pipes.
This is the one of Bilbo Baggins.
Nice. I like it.
It's designed for sitting like this, so that you don't have to bring your hand up.
It's lazy man's pipe. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm. They're made for just chillaxing on the porch. Oh,
I start smoking an old
The
man
snow
pipe
has turned
around
to
here,
rain.
and everybody's gonna be like, "Hey man, let me hit that. Hey man,
Mhm.
what you got in there?"
Yeah.
The finest weed
What's in there,
the
dude?
Shire.
Old Toby, finest pipe weed in all of the South Farthing.
That's why they fucking took so long to. That's why that whole first movie they were just walking. They got lost. They got too baked and fucking got lost.
Yeah, got hit up by some trolls.
Yeah, 90% of it only actually happened in Frodo's mind.
Mm.
Everything up until he like woke up in the bed at the end of the third movie because he was in a fucking
Yeah.
coma. He too many edibles.
Yeah,
So
dude.
woke up and everybody was like, "Oh, good,
That'll
he's
happen.
alive."
Yeah, man, that'll happen. Those gummy bears are no joke.
No, they're not. I can't fuck with them. I refuse
Ugh.
because it's either nothing
Every
or I end up like mental for like 3
Mhm.
days. I get super sick and I fucking go to sleep, wake up in like 16 hours, and still fried.
yeah.
It's not okay. I don't care who you are. For all them people that can eat fucking 1,500 milligrams of edibles and go to work, fuck you. Fuck all of
Yeah.
you. That's too much.
I have
It's-
15. I have 15 milligrams, and I forget how my legs work.
Yeah. I got a stroke with that to begin with. Hell, I can't remember how anything works anymore.
Well, I told you about my deep spiritual experience one time, right?
Yes.
Yes, that was horrible.
But feel free. Tell it again.
Okay. Well, we were up at fish camp, and we're all getting ready to go tubing on the boat. And I'm not driving or nothing. I'm just there for a good time. And I went, screw it. So I ate like, I want to say like 90 milligrams, at breakfast as we're getting ready to go to the boat launch. Boat gets launched, and
So did
edible
you-
starts to kick in. I went, this is all right. My buddy goes, all right, who wants to ride in the tube while we get to the deep part of the lake? Because there's like two big coves, and there's a little narrow passage in the middle that's all rocks and stuff. So it's only, it's idling speed only. Because if you go any faster, you're gonna hit like your hull on the rocks because you'll be too deep in the water or you won't see something. But anyways, I'm just getting towed at like this nice leisurely place. I got the sun on my back. The water's like lapping my feet. It's like beautiful. I'm having a moment of nirvana, basically. Like this is absolutely beautiful. It's one of the most calming spiritual experiences I've ever had.
Then he gets to the deep water.
And yeah, we got through that part, and I looked up, and my friend who owns the boat hopped out of the driver's seat, and my other friend hopped in to the captain's seat and just looks back at me and smiles. And I went from utter nirvana to sheer terror in the blink of an eye. I went from being the most relaxed I've ever been in my life to instant fight or flight mechanism. And this dude just opens this thing up, and I'm going Mach 5 across the water, stuck on this tube, and I cannot let go.
That's great.
Mhm.
So great. Took the fun
So
and
I got the
enjoyment completely out of it.
full range of emotions in a matter of 10 minutes.
Get my old man pipe out too. Why not? Yeah, that's hilarious. So yeah, dude, those things, your body processes them way differently in that form.
Absolutely.
So it is not the same as just like smoking a doob and fucking going about your day. That shit will sink down into every fucking piece of your being, and you'll either get a really good few hours or really bad several hours.
Yes.
I'm not much of a gambler, so like, not a gamble I'm willing to roll the dice on. My boss gave me
Well, also
some sugar.
we ain't exactly got the same headspace that we used to when we were 19. You know.
No, I mean I could sit and smoke all day long and be fully functional, albeit a little slow. Fully functional, and completely cognizant and aware of everything. Whereas if I eat a fucking gummy, I don't know who you are. I don't know who I am. It's not for me. Like my boss gave me some sugar that he made like a year ago. I put some on some fucking creme brulee that my daughter made one day and put very, very small amount just because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it, and I was fucking nervous the whole time because I didn't know if it was gonna do anything. Granted, didn't put enough on there to do anything, so I just set that shit back up in my cabinet. It's been there ever since.
Exactly. But well, it's sugar too, so you could make like a frosting with that.
Yeah.
And just do like a very light frosting.
Yeah, well, the thing
Huh?
was, when he made it, he wasn't sure of the
Going
concentration.
back out there.
And so, neither am I.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably one day, just when I'm fucking around and don't have nothing to do for 2 days, I'll probably make something with it.
And sit and watch your 3D printer go for 2 days.
Yeah, man. So I have two 3D printers now. I have a filament printer that I haven't used in, I don't know, probably 2 years. Because one of the arms is loose and I fucking just haven't went out there to level it and tighten it. But I don't have really the space for it. It's a big one. So I just not motivated to fuck with it because I don't have anywhere to put it. If I turn it on where it's at, the cat's gonna go out there and fucking fuck up whatever I'm printing because she's a spiteful bitch. But the other one, it's a little smaller, so it takes up about a foot of floor space. So I just got it kind of sitting on tote, and it's not as fun to watch as the filament-driven one. The filament-driven one,
No.
you can watch that fucking print head from the moment you press start, whereas this one, it's a resin printer, so it's got a vat of resin in the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and the print is just a flat laser etched steel plate that lowers into it, and so the UV light hits it from the bottom, and it prints from it's upside down, printing down basically.
Oh,
So you can't see
I get you.
it until it's a good ways into the print, and then even then it's got like a case around it, so because you don't want any light.
So
getting
it's
in it.
basically the opposite of the Terminator going into the vat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Pretty much.
instead of melting in, it melts out.
Yeah, so it prints like that. So starts out with this part here, and then it raises out like this.
Hmm. Gotcha.
I mean, it's an interesting thing, but it's not as nearly as fun to watch as the other one because of all the movement. But I've been wanting a resin printer for a long time, and so that was pretty awesome. I've been printing all kinds of stupid shit, and it's pretty much.
And how's the accuracy on it?
Oh, dude,
How's the?
pretty well. It's pretty accurate, and I've not touched any of the settings, any of that. I just have been printing from out of the box, basically. You just put it together and level the bed, and like you get some pretty good detail.
Oh yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah. So now like it's like if anybody's looking for a 3D printer, it's very fucking like beginner friendly. The instructions booklet's
Interesting.
kind of stupid, but it's super simple. It was essentially put it together, turn it on, make sure it's level, and comes with a fucking piece of paper to do that with, and then boom, hit that fucking print button and you're off to the races. So
That's cool, dude.
and it's
Um,
the resin's fairly cheap too. I got a 500-gram bottle for I think it's $10. And that prints quite a bit of
Right on.
stuff. It's gonna go
Cool.
further or less depending on mainly what you're printing as far as size and stuff, but settings as well because you can thin out the walls and make shit hollow and stuff like that.
Yeah, I see. Like the school I work at during the day, people are printing out like threaded parts.
Yeah, you can. You can use it to
Yeah.
like. It's really good for prototyping and shit. So if like you're trying to design some shit, you can slap out a quick prototype, and then potentially use that as a master to like make molds and shit to cast it in, something more robust or something.
Well, yeah, like they have it in the machine shop at the school,
Yeah.
and a lot of the times what they'll do is they'll prototype whatever in there, and then from there they'll design off of that prototype the program in order to make it in the mill, so that they can mill it out of steel, or they can mill it out of steel or aluminum or whatever.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they used a similar type of code
Mhm.
between the models, so it's very compatible. You
Well,
can
I
do
think
a
you can
lot with
just
it.
import that model. I think you can just import that model into like Mastercam or something.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
A lot of like 3D components and softwares are somewhat compatible. You can import and export with very few adjustments and stuff like that. Like nothing's ever going to be like a fully one-to-one transfer, but for the most part, you just have to tweak a few settings and shit to get it to output however you're wanting. But if you can fucking model it in a 3D software, then you can print it sharks and fucking what have you, anything you want really.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool as shit, and these ones are fucking, man, they're solid compared to, I mean, it's resin, so it's a UV resin, so it's, I mean, it's fucking solid as fuck. Whereas like the filament ones, they're a little bit more brittle depending on the material, unless you're using something
Yeah.
like
Well, I know
ABS
that there's
plastic
like
or something.
well, ABS, I can weld that if
Yeah,
it breaks or whatever.
yeah. I never mess with ABS, but because you generally want to have a good enclosure to keep the heat and shit in, or it just
Well,
won't
ABS
bind.
is for those of you that don't know, I'm actually a plastics guy. That's what I do. But ABS is actually a derivative of PVC.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so if you have something that's ABS, you can actually use PVC glue to stick it back together.
Oh, that's fucking good to know.
Yeah, like that, like you would your regular pipes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the primer and then the glue and then primer and glue.
Oh yeah, that's
Mhm.
that's pretty actually handy shit.
Well, the other thing too is a lot of ABS is car parts. A lot of car parts are ABS, but it's also PVC compatible. Like I don't know if I ever showed you. I had my passenger side mirror. I slid in the snow and cracked it on a tree in the driveway.
Uh-uh.
But I brought that thing to work. I pulled it in the bay. I set the welder up, and went over there with some PVC rod and welded it back together. It's actually kind of funny. So instead of paying, you know, $300 for a new power controlled heated side mirror, I just welded the one that I had back together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't fold in and out anymore, but I don't do, it's on the passenger side. So even if I was going to parallel park, you know, I don't have to fold that one in anyways.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Needs to fold their mirrors in anyway. That's just a risk of forgetting to unfold them when you drive off.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah, enough shit to remember. I don't need one more.
Yeah, right. Watching this lady clean her car because she didn't move it when the snowplow came through. She left it in the road.
That's
so now
pretty
she's
funny.
plowed in.
You don't got to be a genius. You just got to have some common sense.
Yep. That's weird. It says parking ban in effect. Maybe I should move my car out of the road.
Maybe. Probably a good idea.
Mm.
We just follow the signs, you know.
Yeah. Oh, people are silly. Well, Velo's back. That's good.
Yeah.
I guess we both lost out on that bet.
Yeah, I know. I guess
Well,
that's crazy to me that he fucking had to pay a fine because he stayed too long. But since it's on a visa, I guess that makes sense. Because I don't know how to.
well, it wasn't a visa. You can stay longer if you have a visa, but he was working on just his general passport. Because you can go anywhere with your general passport. It's just you can't stay more than a month or 30 days or whatever the heck it is. I think it's 30 days.
In other words, you better
And like you can't
do your vacation and fucking go.
Yeah, exactly. All of these other countries are going, you can't vacation for more than 30 days.
Watch me.
And then God forbid they find out that you're working.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole other setup.
That's a big thing. Yeah, that's a real big thing. That's what everybody's really concerned with.
They don't want you fucking taking it
I
out
was-
of their pockets.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know if you've ever applied for an external work visa,
No.
but there are certain places that, like, if you're working out of country, you have to pretty much prove that you're going there to do a job that none of their citizens can do.
But like that should be up to
Yeah.
like the employer, like whoever is paying you to do that job. Since without them, you wouldn't be trying to do it. So like, why are they fucking outsourcing?
Kind of. I don't know. What? Like, it's kind of weird the way it works like that, but it's just the way that it's been done for God knows how long. But like Canada is real big on that.
I mean, it makes sense,
And then,
but
yeah, Canada's real big on that, and then Puerto Rico is real big on that. Because we had some guys that went to go do an install on a job in Puerto Rico. They're like, pretty much they were basically like, please do find somebody down here that can do this. I don't want to go. And there was nobody down there doing that.
I mean, they grow some coffee and not really sure what else.
No, I think this was. I forget what it was, but they did Puerto Rico and they did the Dominican too. I forget what the heck they were doing. It was something. Well, I know what they were doing, but I forget what part they were making. I want to say it was something to do with like Stanley tape measure or something.
Interesting.
Oh. So did you see that game I sent you?
Which one? Oh no.
Starship Troopers Extinction?
Yeah, I seen that. I gotta mess with that Unreal Injector and see if I can figure out how to get it to work.
Dude, that's everything that I ever wanted if it works in VR. I'm so excited to see if that works. Because how long have I been saying that all I want to do is kill bugs? I want to be a Starship Trooper in VR. I've been saying this since probably the second podcast. But then again, I'm the one that got real excited for Ghostbusters, and it turns out just to be a cartoony, weird fucking game. But anyhow, oh, another day. My fingers are so cold.
Have you still not played that Ghostbusters yet?
Dude, I played it for like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, this is nothing like I wanted it to be.
That sucks.
I just got so disappointed. I mean, like, it was playable, but
all that
it's
hype
not what I
build up.
wanted it to be. I was so hyped. I was so built up, but at the same time, it was just like, oh,
Underwhelmed.
come on. Underwhelmed. I was underwhelmed.
That sucks too, especially if it's like something you're looking forward to.
I was looking forward to it so much. Although the one that does continue to impress me is that stupid mini golf. I just am constantly pleased. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Like they never fail to please me. Ooh, I want to sit out there and have my coffee, but my hands are just so cold.
Gotta drop
Who
some band
pings?
hammers.
Oh, you're band hammering?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What did I miss? What's going on here?
Oh, it's one of those randoms that come in and start sharing those links and spamming all the
Oh,
channels.
boy. Another one?
Yeah.
I hate those.
They get annoying. They get annoying as hell. And they fucking hit every single channel. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude.
But it's super easy to just like ban and delete everything all at once, so you don't have to go through individually.
Yeah.
But then I gotta go through all the channels and mark them as red.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Like, people ain't got nothing better to do. But I guess people fall for that shit
I
too
see
a
that.
lot.
Wow, hit up everything.
Yep. And usually every time they do too, they hit every fucking channel they can get into.
Yep.
Like, there's got to be a bot or something that they use because it's like almost instantaneous. So,
And it's almost always porn.
always.
It's almost always porn.
Shit's annoying. But they see like a gaming
It's not even
Discord,
any
they're like,
good.
oh, bunch of nerds. They don't want it. Ugh.
Yeah.
Or I figured you see 700 people and you're like, oh, I can get at least 2 of their informations.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know. We're pretty quick about it. We usually do pretty well, so getting rid of them.
Oh, at least somebody finds them real quick.
Yeah.
The only ones that get me are the ones that pop in at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah. I think I need to go in the settings and see if I can switch it to where you can't share links at all without like approval. Like if you first join, you can't share anything like no links or anything. You gotta be here and like vetted for a while.
Oh yeah, it's like a 7-day cooldown or something.
Yeah. My luck, they'll just put that shit
I
on a
think
timer.
that's an option.
I'm sure it is. Like Discord's got some pretty good mod options.
Yeah. I don't know. I was looking at them all one day, seeing what the heck was going on. But
I know Oz
Yo,
is the
it's-
expert there.
there's a funny pairing in large group VC.
Hold on, let me see.
Oh, that's a funny
Oh,
setup right there.
oh no.
Oh yeah, that's chaos in there.
That's gonna be Gold and Benny's live. I'm sure ID is too.
Oh no, he won't be live today.
Ah,
He's only Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays. So if he's playing just on his own.
okay. Yeah, that'd be.
He's
a good
playing because he actually likes the game.
One. That'd be a good freaking one to watch Ben stream.
Oh yeah. Shout out Ben Lizzie on Facebook, on Twitch.
Yeah.
Twitch.com/Ben Lizzie.
Like Ben Lizzie 2022
don't-
or something.
I don't know. Don't be a jerk in there. I'll ban you. Oh. My fingies are still cold. Well, my feet are warm. I got my socks plugged in.
Oh, Rick's live too.
Oh no.
Yep.
That's gonna be interesting. I'm surprised Power's not.
Oh, might be. Hold on. I didn't even look.
Might be.
Oh, I got it pulled up.
Well, you're looking.
Oh
at
yeah,
stuff.
they all three are.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Get all of them in one raid. That's
Yeah.
funny as heck.
Oh yeah. I feel sorry for the people that aren't with them.
Us.
I'm gonna watch just
Oh.
for the comms. The comms alone are gonna be great.
Oh my god, yes. That's one of the ones you don't even watch the stream. You just put it down and listen.
Now I can just like play that in the office while I work and just listen to it like an audiobook.
Yeah, right.
I've played that game enough to know like when they say where they're at and what they're doing, I can just fill in the blanks myself. But hearing it would be perfect.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, man, I never really got into that one.
I was really into it for a while, but it got to be super repetitive, and there's a lot of shit that I feel they could be working on and improving instead of adding more DLCs constantly. I'm not opposed to it because I know they got to pay their bills, but they're not really making massive improvements to fix underlying issues, and just the way they handled a lot of things with the community kind of turned me off a little bit of them.
Well, yeah, dude, half of the founders are, VREL.
Yeah. Well, there's that, but when people were having genuine issues with the game and mechanics weren't working like they were supposed to, and they would reach out and they'd be like, "No, there's nothing wrong. It's a skill problem." Like
Skill issue.
they legitimately told people that, and they ended up later having to eat those words and putting out an apology. But the fact that it ever got there in the first place kind of really says a lot as a developer.
Mm.
And it just seems to me like they don't really care about the community that much.
One of my favorites was when the backpacks used to fly away.
Oh yeah. Like I don't mind the bugs.
That was my favorite thing to that was my favorite thing to see.
Yeah. Like the bugs were great. Some of the shit that happened, like it made for great, just good times. Cause it was always just some random shit that would happen, but I just the way they handled some of it, I didn't care for that, and so it got just harder for me to play it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Public relations is a big thing.
Well, it is, especially when it's the communities that has basically gotten you to where you are now. And then to tell them that,
Yep.
that's pretty fucked up. And
Yeah, dude.
there's this whole early access culture now that all these games go to early access or whatever as a paid early access, and they kind of can get away with never finishing their game that way. Label that bitch early access, and you're set. You can get away with pretty much whatever. And we can use the community. Like originally, early access was supposed to be like a beta kind of thing. Like it's there, you can join it, you can access it, but you got to report bugs and kind of let us know what you see. And that's great, but don't release it as something it's not. Like don't it. It hadn't even hit the Oculus store yet, and if your game's in early access, you shouldn't be making DLCs. You shouldn't be adding extra content. You should be polishing out the base game, getting it completely ready to go and finished to launch like a full release. And then you work on the DLC and shit. Because to me, early access is just that. It's early access. You understand it's not a complete game, but they release them this way, and it's just seems like a money grab to me, and I fucking hate it.
Money grab all day. They all are.
And that's a lot of VR games are like that now. Is because there's not a whole lot of pull in the community, and they'll make all these games. They're like, oh, beta, and I love a good beta, but leave it at just that. Leave it as a beta to be a beta, not for just so you can, I don't know, build hype. I use it as it was intended.
Yeah, I get it. You got to pay your bills, but
Yeah. But you're gonna have more longevity as a creator if you release a more polished, finished product before you start adding shit that shouldn't be a concern until that game's complete.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
even in reality, like even my shop and stuff, like sometimes we're late with products. It happens. It takes time to get things done. Things get back ordered, this and that. But my customers will understand that when I give them this thing that looks like a brand new spanking Cadillac.
right?
They rather have that than me rush and freaking go with the cheapest thing that could get here the fastest and do this and that. Freaking hand them a piece of fucking dog turd, polished dog turd.
Oh, sorry.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's essentially what's happening. A lot of games is they're unpolished turds.
Yep.
But they put that early access label on it, and everybody's just like, "Oh, cool, early access."
This Unreal Injector is going to be cool, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be badass. I have it downloaded, but I haven't tried setting it up yet. So that's kind of on my to-do list when I get around to do it. Watch a few videos and figure it out. But
There's one person I know that would be real into that, but would be on top of that. But let me see if he's freaking on. I'm going to ask him. Hold on. Let me look.
yeah, I've been kind of following that for a while. Whenever he finally released it. That was, yeah, I
He's
downloaded
not
it and
online.
still haven't fucked with it at all. And it's so far from like I've been on the Discord and kind of keeping up with it and seeing like how it's working and stuff, but it's so far it's 90 something% of games have worked almost flawlessly.
Yeah, and the fact that they can just do that
Yeah, it
is
it opens the door
cool.
for a lot more VR. Because right now we don't have a whole lot of games that are that great. They're all like, I don't know, little kind of once-offs and tests more or less to learn how to make VR games. Because from me working with Unreal for a while now, like I've been looking for tutorials and shit. There's not a ton of VR related know-how out there because it's all still new. So I think that'll add another element of what's possible with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go back and play the original
Oh.
original Unreal Tournament.
Oh no.
But there's
That
been a
would be,
few that I've seen people play, like first-person shooters that are pretty cool in VR. So there's a lot of potential there.
Well, there's always potential. But whether it comes to fortuitous or not
Yeah,
is always the big what the heck.
so yeah, that'll be interesting to kind of see how it develops further on and shit.
Ugh.
I might try to mess around with it sometime this week and see if I can at least get it running. Because I have a few games that I wouldn't mind testing out, seeing how they run.
Well, it's all worth a shot.
Oh yeah, for sure. And hell, I mean that's the reason why I don't play most of the games that I have is they're not VR. I just kind of collect them. So
Yeah, exactly.
add VR to most of them, then hell yeah, why wouldn't I?
Oh, did you try that weird one I sent you?
No, not yet. It looks pretty neat. It's like I don't know, just a little fucking RPG style game, like kind of old schoolish.
Yeah, like
style.
I said, man, I won that in a giveaway.
Oh yeah. You're always winning some kind of weird giveaway.
Dude, I win all of the giveaways. I don't know how or why, but
I should play the lottery shit.
it just happens like that. Yeah, I do. I never hit that one.
Ah,
Y'all would know.
I always talk about playing it, but I never do.
We would be having the second breakfast get together.
Every weekend.
No, not every weekend, just once.
That'd be nice though.
We would have a nice hotel block in Vegas.
Hell yeah. We'd have the podcast from the Sphere
Yeah, exactly.
just once. That's all we need.
Just once. Exactly. We'd rent a yacht and roll up on Zergan like pirates.
Hell yeah. It's great.
Yep.
He'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys? I almost shot you. My harpoon gun."
We've come. Hey, maybe you should have. We've come to commandeer your vessel.
Fucking throw him one of them big inflatable ducks.
Yeah, right.
That'd be
Not
great.
even. Just sit there with roll through with water balloons and paintball guns.
Just a yacht party. Fucking paintball guns.
Paintball guns and water balloons.
I'd fucking drive by on him on his yacht with paintballs.
Roll through. Mess them up.
Roll up
leave.
in one of them little fucking super fast canoes with the motor on it, like them Somali pirates do.
Dude, I keep on saying that that's gonna be my backup freaking career.
Fucking pirate.
No, the anti-pirates.
Oh, dude, like, yeah. I'm sure you could, like, make some fucking money doing that. Because they're a
I could
problem.
definitely do. I could do fine doing that.
Just like cruise ship escorts and shit.
Not even. They just like even these freight boats, the ones that are like the one that's shipping Velo's truck.
Yeah,
They
'cause
have that
them are the ones
over
that they
there.
really fuck with more is the ones with cargo and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So it'd be fine. Just be me sitting on the roof with a Barrett.
Hell yeah, just a mounted fucking cannon.
Not even mounted. Not even mounted.
And if you think about it, you
Just give me
really don't have to do
Give me a
much.
nice flat spot.
Like you just
Oh
need
yeah, it's freaking.
you just need to put one good hole in their boat.
Dude, they all run outboard motors.
Yeah, like it's super fucking risky for them. Like
Mhm.
do better.
Yep.
Like they call
What
themselves
happened? We went to
pirates.
attack this ship.
Blackbeard would
We
never.
went to attack this ship and the motor stopped running. Why'd the motor stop running?
You got two
There
guys
was a
on the
hole in it
front
the size
with
of my
an
fist.
AK or a fucking something, and then you got one dude on the back pull starting the motor because it fucking flooded on him.
Yeah.
And you're just like you call yourselves
won't it start?
pirates.
Yeah, why won't this motor start? Because there's a hole in it the size of my fist.
Yeah, and like just leave them stranded.
Yeah, let them float.
See, I'm the opposite. I want to put a hole in their boat. I want them to fucking think they have a chance.
Oh, you want to sink? You want
Yeah,
to sink them?
yeah. I want them to think they have a chance of getting back.
Leave them.
Let them try to run that fucking motor with a fucking big ass cannon hole through the fucking hull. Like when I say cannon, like I mean cannon, like a legit fucking shoots a fucking
Oh, like
bowling
yard.
ball. Yes. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
just pepper their shit. Like I want to put a massive hole in it. Like you got problems now, motherfucker.
Yarg. Avast. The dread pirate dark shade. The dread anti-pirate dark shade.
Like dude, yeah. Like I would fucking sign me up. Shit. Shoot cannonballs at pirate ships. Hell yeah.
I am down. But yeah, that's always been my backup career.
It's a good choice, I think.
I'm all about it.
And throw them like one fucking safety ring just for them to fight over.
Yeah, right.
Like you got a hole a fucking foot wide in your boat, you're sinking, you're not gonna make it. Here's one floaty between 6 of you motherfuckers, fight for it.
Screw that. I'll send the balloon animals.
Hell yeah.
What
No,
was
better
it, the
yet, you
episode
throw them
of-
a floaty and an air pump.
Yeah. What was it? The episode? It was Family Guy where they were out fishing or whatever, and the boat sunk, and survived by making a raft out of Quagmire's blow-up dolls.
Oh yeah.
It's a good thing you brought so many of these.
Fucking pirates. Cheap bastards. Can't even come out with a real
Yeah,
pirate
right.
ship. Like, come on, guys. What you gonna do with a
For
canoe?
real. Well, you know how there's certain zones that, like, everybody from this area, when they get residency in the U.S., they'll get sent to like this area
Yeah.
once they get their citizenship or whatever. Well, apparently, Portland, Maine, is the #1 spot for Somalian immigrants.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and my buddy lives up there, and he told me, I'm like, so they're sending all the Somalian pirates to Bangor, Maine? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh no, the lobster boats. They've come for our lobsters.
That's fucked up. That's great.
No wonder lobster's so expensive. They gotta fight the pirates now.
Fucking pirates fighting for Maine lobster.
Yep.
Now, if you buy lobster, you don't know if you're getting fucking legal lobster, black market fucking Somali pirate lobster.
Somali, black market Somalian pirate lobster. Yeah.
That's great.
Oh.
You just imagine fucking sitting out there on your fucking lobster boat and the damn fucking canoe of pirates rolls up. Like, hey, y'all get lost?
Guys, y'all a little far from home, don't you think?
They're all fucking yelling at you and shit, and you're just like having a good old time with it.
Nope. Plus, it's Maine, so you know that guy's sitting there going, "Oh, I can't get that from here. What the hell's going on out here?"
That's fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think they'd have that much luck over here doing that shit.
Oh, definitely not. Are you kidding me?
Like,
You ever met somebody that works for the U.S. Coast Guard?
no, but hell, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just thinking about like the people here would be less inclined to freak out and just like, you just made their day. Like, this motherfucker been selling that lobster ship for fucking last 20 years and ain't never had a fucking anything happen. Now he's just like, finally, it happened.
Oh. Nah, dude. Like, the U.S. Coast Guard is the most underrated of the armed forces. Like, those guys are nuts. They're absolutely insane. I've never met a normal one.
That's funny.
They're a bunch of absolute badasses. Yeah, it's real funny, but it's
You wouldn't
very
expect
true.
that either.
Dude. Well, you ever seen the video of them taking over one of the little submarines?
Oh yeah,
Like
they
the little
fucking
U-boat
they don't fuck
submersibles?
around.
Yeah. See if I can think of the video. I'll try to find it in a second here. Hold on.
That's
But
another thing. Those little
basically-
submarines are fucking crazy too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to get a little submersible and like explore local lakes. See what kind of crazy fucking shit I can dig up.
This one was on Vice. Hold on. Share. No. Why is it giving me remix? Oh, my phone's wet. That's why. Hold on. Share. Copy link. Gives to Dark Shade. Click here, click this, poke that. Here you go. There you go. You'll like that. We need to find a Jamie.
Right. It's all me.
The one where we can sit here and talk about stuff and they'll just
Every
sit and
time
listen and look stuff up for us.
Right. It's not too difficult from my end anyway, but I'm not the best
My end's a little different. I'm
multitasker
trying to
either.
make coffee and stuff.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah,
on your phone
I'm trying to
too,
make
so
coffee and still talk.
I'm on my computer and I got 2 screens, so I can pull shit up on one side and whatever I want on the other.
But yeah, watch that one. That's pretty cool.
That's a good sized one.
Yeah, but look what this dude does.
He just jumps on it.
He jumps on it and just starts wailing on the hatch.
Just like another Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, just starts wailing on the hatch and screaming at these dudes. Open the fucking door.
Yeah, that'd be a wild
And that's
gig.
like one of those. That's like one of those older ones that can't really submerge because you can hear the motor running. You
Yeah.
know, like that thing out popping out the top. That's the exhaust.
Yeah, that's one they built in their
Like
fucking
all that.
garage out of old parts.
Yeah. But really, all that dude needs to do is stick a potato in that exhaust pipe.
Yeah, yeah. Anything, just cover that bitch up. And they'll come out pretty quick.
They'll come out real quick. But at the same time, the better resort is to stand there with this crazy assault rifle and start banging on the hatch like an absolute badass.
Well, you got the slow and steady method, which is the plugging up that exhaust, and then you got the fun one. Let's jump on this moving submarine and beat on the fucking hatch until someone opens. If someone opens. So, I mean,
Yeah, for real.
if you're there,
Oh, my God.
why go half? What's going on, farmer? Thanks for joining, stopping in and listening to us ramble. Nasty's making coffee.
And blowing my nose.
And blowing his nose.
Uh,
You could have just waited and went with
we were just
making
talking
coffee.
about that Unreal injector. Trying to figure out what the heck is up with that. You want to talk to us about it. You probably know more than we do. But otherwise, we're going to sit here and ramble. Yeah, I'm trying to make more coffee.
Yeah, that thing, man,
What?
it's cool as shit.
I
Just
wish-
what you can do with it is fucking pretty dope. The fact that you can play pretty much
Yeah.
any Unreal game in VR, and I believe most of them they have decent motion controls and everything. So
Yeah, it'll be real cool if they can get that Starship Troopers game going. Like that'll be insane.
well, if it's an Unreal game, then it's like the way I understand it is they don't really have to do a whole lot to it, other than start the game or I think you start the injector and then you start the game. And then you just adjust your settings to suit you or the game or whatever.
From what I gather, a couple of people are that had it early were complaining about how they just updated it to run Unreal 5,
Oh yeah.
but that'll make it freaking real slick in VR.
Yeah. I'm experimenting with that right now, but I'm messing around with nanite meshes instead of the standard mesh that you would like your assets, your walls and characters and models and shit. but it's supposed to be less
Hmm.
less resource intensive. And there was a few plugins and stuff that I didn't have enabled before, which is kind of why I built that whole new project. And I built it
Yeah.
specifically for VR. So now I got to go through and activate Nanite on all the meshes with these plugins and settings on to test it. But when I first did it, that statue, I would like walk up to it and across the room, it would have like real low poly hands and everything was just out of looked like shit. Looked like an old N64. And then when I got closer, then those polygons would fill out and create the actual model the way I intended. But I haven't messed with it since I enabled all these settings and stuff. So
So basically, it was like rendering in a real big open world thing.
yeah, yeah. So,
Interesting.
yeah, it was kind of weird, but there was a few settings and stuff that I didn't realize you had to have enabled for Nanite to work properly. So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
back in probably Tuesday when I get back on Unreal and fuck around on my project. I'll mess around with that, I think. Because since I added like
Okay.
some lighting and everything else, I haven't gone in VR to test it out yet. So I'll go through and do that before I do. So, but
Oh, that'll be
I
cool.
can just hit play on that project and put my headset on and walk around in it and test it and shit like basically in real time. So for developing, it's really handy.
Well, yeah, that sounds really handy. Well, that's another thing too that like a bunch of games don't do, even if they are VR optimized. Like for a while, what was it? Phasmophobia was like that. So they built it for crossplay for PC and VR, but they were only testing it on PC.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell like I've played it on both and it plays differently very on both of them. Um,
Yeah,
so I can definitely see that, and I think that's really a bad approach. Like because they're so different, VR and flat screen, as far as controls and commands and everything goes, you can
Mhm.
generally get away with using most. They're fairly back and forth. You just have to do some fine tuning and detail work on the back end to like make it compatible. And I'm nowhere near that level, but and I don't really, I'm not that knowledgeable in it. It's all fairly new to me, but from what I've found, there's a lot of mechanics and stuff that do work in VR, but it takes quite a bit of tweaking to get them to work right.
Well, it blows my mind that you've gotten as far as you have into this in what, 3 months?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, and it's just because I'm super interested in it. Like it's fun for me. Like I'm genuinely
But like
enjoying using
your
it.
learning curve is not even a curve, dude. You just went.
Well, I don't learn shit like most people do. Like I figure out what I want and what I need to do, and then I learn that one thing and I repeat it 3 or 4 times, and then I start over and get to that point alone with no help, no tutorials or anything, and then it's just repetition. I just keep making the same shit over and over until I can do it without referencing something.
Yeah, just have well, that's called gaining proficiency.
And it keeps me from bouncing around and squirrel every 5 fucking minutes. So
Well, that's the 10,000 hours rule, you know.
yeah. Oh yeah, Farmer. If you go into our art tab, and it's called Art Hub, I post some like updates in there on just kind of showcasing what I've done. Um, but the next few I'll have Nanite ticked on and shit. So you'll kind of get an idea of what I'm doing, what I'm going for.
Yeah. Also, there's a very nice picture of me that Oz's child drew.
It's a very nice picture.
I didn't know I could be more handsome.
I mean,
Hey.
But yeah, dude, Unreal
Relax your
is
little red
amazing. And I don't know, a few years ago, I messed around in Unity a little bit, and I never got into it nearly as much as I did Unreal. And it's pretty awesome, and I've learned a lot just trying to build this one little project that started off as a fucking rock wall, and I just kind of expanded on it, and I've rebuilt that exact thing fucking rock for rock 3 times now. Because the first time I made it, I made it was that forest I was working on, and I made that map so fucking big that when I finally made that cave and implemented the VR, it ran like just pure dog shit. So then I was like, all right, I'm gonna restart and rebuild it from ground up to work in VR. And then I did, and then something happened and my shit crashed, and so I pretty much lost all my shit, and so I had to start over and rebuild it. But each time it changes just slightly, and I like add something, but I'm keeping the overall vibes the same. And
Yeah, I
honestly,
remember looking at the first version and being like, "This is cool."
yeah, and well, then honestly, I don't really know what I'm like end goal. I don't have an end plan for this. I built a relatively small map. Starting that cave is directly in the center, and I'm just kind of branching out from there. So that's essentially the centerpiece of it, and just as I go, I get more ideas, or I want to try something different or implement something, and just testing shit out, and it just grows from that.
This is Dark's Labyrinth.
I'm building it based on what I'm trying to learn, essentially, as far as development goes.
Ooh, I like that name, Dark's Labyrinth.
The lab.
Dark's Labyrinth. Yeah, man, that thing has come vastly from where it was.
Yeah, and
I like getting the little updates on it.
yeah, and I like working on it too. I'll just sit here, I'll throw my tunes on, and here lately I've been sharing my screen and my VC and just jamming out, and whoever wants to hop in and watch me do it is it's there. I'll get random people just hop in and watch for 5 or 10 minutes and then go on about their day, never say a word. Meanwhile, I'm over here.
Yeah.
Fuck, I deleted that. Shit, I gotta move this. God damn it, I fucked up. So
I hopped in there the other day and I was having the time of my life.
yeah, it's great, and so I'll just sit there and fucking work while people come and go. Talk, don't talk, makes no difference to me. I'm gonna be there doing that shit either way. So, and then Chaotic, he's given me some few pointers and shit too for like blueprints and stuff like that, as far as like implementing certain mechanics and like menus and that type of shit. So he's been helping me out quite a bit. But and he's actually going to school for it all, so he's a little more proficient in like that aspect of it than I am. Those blueprints
Yeah.
and stuff are, while it's kind of easier for me to use than coding is, there's going to be some things that you just have to code and you have to tweak the code of, but for the most part, the blueprints, it's just a flow chart of any given action or mechanic or whatever. So if you want to trigger something to happen, you make a fucking blueprint, basically walking through that process and any variation of it. So if you have a door that you want to go through and it's a locked door, it'll branch off and say if it's locked, don't open. If you have a key in your inventory, open it, or shit like that. But it's a lot easier to visualize that way than trying to read through code and be like, all right, what the fuck's all this doing? But also, like, you can use fucking Chat GPT to help you fucking debug your code as well. It's not gonna be
That's
it's not
kinda
gonna be
nifty.
perfect, but you can either feed it a line of code and have it explain what that's doing if you don't know, or you can have it spit out a line of code to do what you want it to, and then you can plug it in and kind of tweak it if it's not how you want it. So
Oh, who was I telling the other day? ChatGPT has gone so far. And it was pretty advanced back when I was messing around with it.
oh yeah, dude, it's a crazy thing. It's an amazing tool, really. And I know there's a lot of people that are all anti AI and shit, but it ain't going nowhere, Bubba. Like you're not getting
Mhm.
rid of it, so use it as a tool.
Nope, the box has been opened. You can't put the monkey back in the box.
No, no, you cannot. So why not fucking can't
Mhm.
beat them, join them? Use it to your advantage. That's what I do.
I had that thing write me a resignation letter once.
Oh yeah, you can fucking, and now damn near every website you go to has a fucking use AI to help you do this or whatever. Like I was on LinkedIn the other day and it fucking you can use AI to help you write your resumes and cover letters and
Yeah.
you can have it modify your fucking a picture to make it look more professional and like put you in a business suit and all kinds of stupid shit. So I don't know.
Me in a suit doesn't quite look right.
I'm all for it. Oh yeah, man, if I had a 4090, that'd be fucking legit. I'm running a 3070 now and I mean it does everything I need it to. I'll probably upgrade eventually, but probably by the time I get a 40 series, there'll be the 50s out. It's
I don't know, man. Every day I get a little bit closer to messing around with it and going out and buying one, but
you
then
should.
again, I like to just do stuff.
Yeah, you should though.
Mm,
It's
there's a
definitely
lot of
worth
things I
having.
should do. There's a lot of things I should do, but I'm not going to.
Well, this is one of them you really should like actually do. Hell, just for VR, like playing fucking better VR games. I'm telling you, man, it's worth it. Totally worth it. Like Quest is great and all.
The more people try to talk me into it, the less I want to do it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be pushy about this one.
Yeah, you can be as pushy as you want. It's going to have the opposite effect. See, like I could go and buy one, but I could also spend next winter in Florida.
Florida though,
You know?
gross.
Yeah. Mm-mm. This time of year, no.
No time of year.
What are you kidding?
I'm
You kidding me?
anti-Florida. That's
I
one.
would be
that's-
the Florida man.
That's like one place that I have no desire to go or anything. Yeah, farmer. I got a bunch of projects in the works right now, and I got to kind of bounce around them. I messed with Stable Diffusion quite a ways back, and had it hosted on my PC at one point, and it's pretty badass too. That's the Stable Diffusion Toasty is like, how I was making the images and shit.
Yeah,
That's what Stable Diffusion is. That's what we're talking about.
I got you.
It's pretty cool. You can use different websites to do it for you, so you don't have to actually host the actual software, the code, or whatever on your system, and not use your resources. But you can do the same thing if you fucking compile the code project or whatever together and run it, and then your computer is pretty much controlling the AI at that point and guiding it on where to use everything. but it's fucking
Yeah. I'm,
a headache to get it, like, because you got to train the models a certain way and teach them basically how to make the images that you're going for before you'll get any like great results.
I'm getting intrigued about this non-native Steam.
Um, what do you mean, like the Steam Link?
Steam Link.
Yeah, it's not non-native Steam. It's essentially it's AirLink or like the Quest Link where you hook to your PC's Steam. You open Steam on your PC and then you open the Steam Link app and it runs it directly that way. So you don't have to use like virtual desktop or Quest Link or any of that. You can it comes packaged just as a Quest app, but it still connects to your PC and to your Steam account. So you still have to have a PC to run it.
Gotcha. See, I was under the impression that I didn't need a PC. I can just go through the app and do whatever I need to do.
Nope, it has to connect directly to your Steam Link or your Steam PC app. I don't know. I've had pretty luck with it. Virtual Desktop gives me some like tracking issues that I don't get otherwise, but I've had pretty good luck with Steam Link. Getting my fucking overlays and shit to line up right has been a pain in the ass, but otherwise it works pretty good for me. Yeah, so it's not a standalone, essentially. Like you still have to have the PC side of things to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they just somewhere down the line, people saw that it was on the Quest store and was like, "Ooh, I could play Steam on Quest now." Well, yeah, you can, but you still have to do it basically the same way you would have done it before, is link it either through wire or wireless through your PC. And with that, it's just meant to replace having to use something else, and it's non-wired, so.
Yeah, gotcha.
But it's what I've been using the last few times I've streamed and stuff. I've been playing through that. The first time I used it though, I couldn't get like any of my Discord shit sound and channels to come through. So it took, I don't know, a couple weeks for them to make an update, and then that worked. So it works pretty good.
Interesting. Yeah, because I was thinking it was more like that rent a PC or whatever it is.
No, I've done that before too, the Shadow PC.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. There's a lot of people that use that instead of having like an actual PC, because then they can use like virtual desktop and link through it that way and play all the fucking Steam VR and shit they want. And you can run that on your damn phone.
Because I thought about that for a while. Yeah, I thought about that for a while.
It's pretty cool.
Just messing around with that.
I mean, I would even recommend that if you're on the fence about like going and getting a PC. Like do that for a couple months, and then you can gauge whether or not you even want to bother with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if your quality's gonna be great, because yeah, that's kind of what I was about to say, Farmer, was the latency. I think you would have to have a really good internet connection, upload speeds mostly, for it to have pretty good.
No, I have fiber.
Oh well, then you should be fine. So I don't like I didn't play any VR with it. It was kind of before my VR time, but I did play quite a bit of like GTA and stuff through it, and I didn't get any latency there. But I know with VR, there's always some problems that you're not generally going to have otherwise. But it'd be worth testing out and checking out. Then you'll know, like, oh, okay. Like, definitely worth it to decide on whether or not you want to get a PC. And if not, just keep that if you want to do that instead. And they set you up with like a really good like setup, so you're not real limited on what you'll be able to do.
Yeah, and like, what's the monthly subscription on that? You got any idea?
When I was doing it, I think it was about $30 a month, but I don't
Yeah.
know if it's changed. Yeah, let me look.
Jamie, Google that.
I'm on it.
Jamie, look that up. You're with Kim, right? Kim's got a sex tape. Jamie, pull that up.
Let's go gaming. Okay, so right now they have two gaming packages. One is $20 a month. It's normally 30, but they set you up with a 1080, which is not the best. It's an older one. You get a 512 gigs, 12 gigabytes of RAM. So, I mean, you'd have a decent experience with that. But then the other one is fucking $50 a month now, and you get a 3070 Ti, AMD EPYC 8-core processor, and then 28 gigs of RAM. So that one's a much better option, but it's $50 a month. So with the other one, I mean, you should still be able to play most things. And some you may have to like lower your settings or something. Oh yeah, it's a huge option for that, because I paid like $1,700 for my PC, and not everybody can just drop fucking $1,500 to $3,000 on a fucking computer. It's much easier to come up with $30 or $50 a month to do it. But yeah, that's definitely something I would suggest looking into, because you get all the frills of a PC, but none of the fucking hassles of having to maintain it and all that shit.
Yeah, I'm going through that phase where I'm going and looking at trucks right now.
Oh, yep.
Mm-hmm. So I think I was supposed to do it this weekend, but it ended up being crappy and snowy and such. But I think next weekend I'm gonna go look at one of those K trucks.
Oh yeah, that's some little tiny fucking
Yeah, dude.
right-hand drive fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, those would be cool to have.
But I found a place that they sell them. They got one right now. It's got a dump bed on it with 4-wheel drive and a plow.
I like it. It's perfect.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna go look at that thing. And I think they want like 15 grand for it, and it's got like 500 miles.
I put the link to that Shadow PC in the chat there for you if you want it.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah. Let's see.
Check that out a little later. But yeah, little tiny like 6-foot plow on it.
That's great. You can get them from like
I'm like, this is
$3,000.
yeah. Well, that's with none of the options.
There, farmer.
That's
I
like
just posted a picture
no-
of them.
Yeah, this is what I'm looking at. It's gonna be so weird shifting with my left hand though.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be weird. Here's your one. This one's got a lift bed on it.
Yeah, the one I'm looking at, it's got lift bed, 4-wheel drive, and a 6-foot plow. Oh, not the lift bed. This one's got a dump bed.
Yeah. Yeah, they're cool as shit. Little go-getters, man.
But like, I don't drive a ton for work, but gas is expensive. And I talked to a dude at the gas station with one of those, and he's like, I fill this thing up once every 2 months.
Hell
You know,
yeah.
I asked him how many miles to the gallon he's getting. He's like 63.
God. Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice.
Yeah, and they all have little 5 speeds in them.
Hell yeah. Little stick shifts.
Yeah, little 5 speed manual transmission.
There's a place around here that sells them, so there's always a bunch of them riding around town.
Yeah,
The farmers out here like
I
them.
was talking to my I was talking to my boss about it. I'm like, yo, you know how funny that would be to deliver one part
You got a
on
box
just this
fucking
tiny,
no
tiny
bigger
little
than a
flatbed?
fucking 4 foot little tiny box in the back. You got it all strapped down. Fucking
Yeah, exactly. It would take up the whole bed.
anything bigger than that, you got to put an oversized load banner on that motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would be funny as hell.
Do they beep when you back
Because
up?
the bed's all. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out. But the bed's 6x6.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's great. They'd make decent little camping trucks too, because you could just like build a little tiny camper on the back of that bitch.
Are you kidding me, man? That thing is one mattress.
And if, yeah, that's all you need.
But the whole time I'm sitting here looking at it, going, "That's a Polaris Ranger that I can drive on the road."
That's true too.
That's all it is.
Which hell, the fucking people around here get them motherfuckers tagged. The little fucking Polaris.
Oh, yeah?
Fucking, yeah, they get them tagged and fucking drive them around town.
Yeah, we can't do that here. But 2 states up, you can get them registered. But
That's
you have
funny.
to have like a headlight, a horn, and
Seat
windshield
belts,
wiper.
and you got to have all your blinkers and lights, and yeah, windshield,
Yeah.
and shit. What else?
It was something else that's weird.
Yeah, basically the basics, essentials of a fucking working vehicle, basically, and all your
Yeah.
signals, more or less, is all you gotta have. But yeah, you can register
Yeah.
anything here, damn near.
Well, you get the agricultural tags or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, that's true too.
There are very few agricultural tags here.
Oh yeah, fucking everybody's got one of them bitches around here.
But yeah, that with the oversized load banner.
Would be great.
Just have one tank in the back of it,
I'm in Oklahoma.
one
Farmer.
plating tank.
Put one of them fucking tall flags on it that make sure you have clearance when going over the under the overpasses,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and a CB radio antenna
Except
that's
put it-
twice as tall.
Dude, one CB radio antenna is twice the size of that truck.
Yeah,
That sucker could go from the grill down to the tailgate.
you build like a little miniature fucking semi trailer, pull behind it,
Mm-hmm.
just like a little 10-foot fucking scale replica.
I can build anything. We know that.
Just make it a little miniature
If it exists.
Peterbilt.
Build it. For real. No, but I see people that are taking those and they'll just like camo them out and turn it pretty much into like a little Polaris Ranger.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's around here. That's what a lot of farmers will do. They'll just snatch them up and use them to fucking run their cattle or go check fence line or shit, whatever they would normally have, either a 4-wheeler or like one of them Polaris or a Raptor or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they're
Things
way
got
they're
4
way
bales
cheaper.
of hay in the back.
Yeah. Because them things, them fucking
Yeah.
Razors and Polaris Ranchers, all those, they're the fucking price of a damn car.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. That's just a toy, man.
Mm-hmm. Dude, those little crazy doped out ones, the razors for doing the dunes and stuff, those are like 30 grand.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hell yeah, thanks for stopping in, farmer. Peace out.
Good to see you, bud.
I mean, I'm all about having a good
Yeah.
fucking toy, but I'm not paying the fucking as much as
Yeah.
I would pay for a damn car.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just crazy talk.
30 grand, you could have a really nice boat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I don't do much boating around here. We just got lakes and shit, so they're not real grand lakes. I think Lake Texoma is the
Yeah.
really the biggest, relatively close one that would even be worth it to do any boating on. Otherwise, it's just like little fishing bass boats and pontoon boats.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I got my little John boat that I like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's generally what people around here use mostly is little John boats or old fucking. Well, there's some people that swear by the pontoons, but those things cost so much gas just to fucking move around.
Oh, the party barge.
Yeah. Which those are good
Yeah,
for
the
like
party
just
barge.
coasting out to the middle of the lake and fucking chilling. But motherfuckers
That's
around
what they're
here, they be
for.
pulling fucking wakeboards and shit behind them. I'm like, damn. Because that gas.
Yeah, they put big motors on those.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like big fucking motors. It's ridiculous. Those things should not go that fast. Now, if you got like a little fucking speeder boat that, yeah, gets made for pulling and fucking all that shit, sure, go for it. But them big
No, some of those
pontoon barge
big
boats.
tri-tunes.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, some of those big tri-tunes with like 300 horsepower outboards on the back.
Yeah, that's insane to me.
I don't know. My parents got one down in Florida, and it's registered to pull skiers, but it's got like I think like 150 horse on the back.
See, that's not too big. That's about right, I would feel. Then you got motherfuckers that put like big blocks and fucking these big ass car motors, racing motors and shit on them. But we also have those. We have those boat races up here too.
Mm.
And those things, man, those are scary.
Yeah, dude. They have escape pods built into half of those.
Yeah. Because the motherfuckers will fly apart.
Yeah.
Anything
Like, I
that
went and
comes like
checked some of those
6 feet
out.
off the fucking ground or water when you accelerate is not anything I want to be in.
Dude, we went to that one year down in Sarasota, Florida there, when they were doing the big offshore boat racing league or whatever the heck it was. It was the finals,
Yeah.
the nationals or whatever. I didn't realize that there's two people in there. So come to find out that those big long ones, the big crazy bastards, there's two people, and one does the driving and the other one just works the throttle, and his job is to go full bore to neutral, full bore to neutral, full bore to neutral. And what they're doing is when there's any waves out there, when that prop is in the water, this guy goes full bore. When it bridges the gap in between the waves, that guy goes to neutral, because apparently there's so much torque on those engines, because a lot of them have twin 1400 horsepower freaking big blocks and shit in there.
Yeah, they're fucking
So there's
crazy
enough
ass boats.
there's enough torque in those to spool up in the time that prop is out of the water between waves, to snap all the impellers off of the prop when it touches the next one. So that guy just goes full bore neutral, full bore neutral, full bore neutral. And you hear him out there going, ring, ring, ring,
Yep.
ring, ring. That's what he's doing. That's that guy's job. Yeah, because it snaps all of the blades off of the prop. That's how much power is behind that thing.
Yeah, they're powerful fucking boats, man. Like, I wouldn't.
Oh, and they're all like works of art.
Oh yeah, and everyone's vastly
Like-
different.
Yeah, dude. Like, where's one my mom sent me? Hold on. They're all crazy. Like what these people spend on vinyl, I wouldn't spend on anything.
Yeah, no shit. And that's pretty much all how they spend their time all year round, and then go do the races and do it again every year.
Yeah. How do I do this? I go here and I go to copy. But like this one had me freaking going. Nope, it won't let me copy. Kind of done. But yeah, the paint jobs on those alone, dude. The paint is insane.
Yeah, they definitely put a lot of time into it. We do a lot of shit around here like that, and they do like shit in the same town where they do that. They do fucking lawnmower races. And those things are pretty fucking crazy too. But then they're real big on like sprint car racing, like little dirt tracks and stuff.
Yep. Like she sent me this one. I just posted it in the chat. And for those of you tuning in, it's the Batman boat.
Yeah, it's not there.
It should be in chat.
Nope. In this chat or a different
Oh.
chat?
In this chat.
Yep, nothing showed up.
Uh-oh. Maybe it didn't post. Oh, no. I lied. I didn't post it in this chat. I had a thread open.
That's funny.
Oops. Oops. Click here. Click here. I just sent a random boat picture to somebody.
And I'm sure they won't be surprised.
That's fine.
Oh, dude, that's badass.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that is
What?
badass.
You know how it looks like it's all chrome?
Yeah.
Zoom in on the front.
Yeah, it's got the skylight there. That's yeah, that's dope.
It's all of Gotham City.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a hell of a paint job.
Yeah, dude. And what you don't realize too is how wide those things are. So before they do the race, the day before they have the parade downtown. And what it is it's all of the trucks and trailers that these things come in on, and they do a parade and then they park them and you get to party with all the drivers and stuff. And they like pass out calendars and do whatever they do.
Oh yeah, that's pretty
You can
cool.
grab a cocktail and wander around downtown, and they got all the boats on the trailers so you can like check them out. But those bigger ones like that, they come in, the trailers are pneumatically actuated, so they actually ship them diagonally. Like that thing is pretty much stood up on its side for when they go down the road, and they have full size, semis towing this thing with the matching paint job to match the boat.
Yeah, they definitely go all out with them. It's fun to watch.
Oh, it's awesome to
But
watch.
you're not gonna catch me in one of them fucking things.
I'd try it.
I'd think about it, but probably
I'd
not
try it.
much more than
I'm a
that.
crazy bastard.
Oh,
I'd be like,
I
hell yeah,
doing
where's
my
the
share of
rod
stupid
holders?
shit, but that's a little much.
I'm down. I am totally down.
See if I can find.
Oh
those
man, I
fucking-
think that's about it for me.
See if I can find you these lawnmower races real quick.
Oh, they do that here sometimes, but the thing that's primarily during the summer, we'll have the snowmobile drags.
Oh yeah.
Except they'll do them on grass. It'll be grass, not. Yeah, they'll do them on the grass in like the middle of July.
There you go. Look at that little fucking beast.
Hold on. Let me see here. Oh, it's so cute.
And those things fucking, they will haul ass.
Yeah, the thing still probably goes 60 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, easy.
My buddy's working on,
and that's on our fucking Travel Oklahoma website, like one of the promotions they do. Like, come to Oklahoma, we got fucking lawnmower races.
Yeah.
Needless
My
to say,
buddy's working on
tourism isn't all that great.
Yeah, he's working on a junior dragster for his grandson.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had that in the shop the other day. I had to weld some stuff on it for him. But I'm sitting here going, who's going to test drive this thing? He goes, I don't know. Nobody fits. I went, I fit in that. He goes, what? I went, yeah. So I just kind of like clambered my way in there and freaking sat down. And I go, yeah, this ain't that bad.
Put me out there. Let's do this.
Yep. Plug the lights in. Fire this thing up.
I'm already in it.
Dude, did
Might
you
as
know
well.
those little suckers run on alcohol?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those
'Cause-
are alcohol cars.
Yeah, alcohol burns way fucking crazier than gas too, so you get like a lot more fucking power out of it.
Yeah, dude. Some of the mixes that they put in that additive to make it like that, it's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can
had a
generally
guy that,
convert most motors over to. You just have to change out a few things and clean it out real good, but
Yeah, but we had a guy at another shop that I worked at who actually had a alcohol racer. That's what he did on his weekends.
yeah, it puts a lot more.
like he
fucking
brought in
power
like
and
a
torque
little-
into it.
He brought in like a little eyedropper bottle of whatever that additive that he had is. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, this is the scary stuff. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, watch this. And he took one drop and he put it on the steel bench. And I went, and he goes, touch it with a lighter. And I touched it with my lighter. Nothing happens. I go, okay. And he goes, watch this. And he hit it with a hammer and it just went off like a freaking firecracker.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you ever watch
it
the
was
videos
whatever-
of them
whatever
fucking
com-
hitting explosives with sledgehammers and shit?
Yeah, that's what it was like. It was like hitting a freaking drop of nitroglycerin.
And they're putting that in a
It was
motor.
just, it was like,
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
I won't say it was like a quarter stick, but it wasn't far off.
Small drop,
That
go
sucker had some
boom.
good bang to it. Small drop, go boom if you hit it with a hammer.
Yeah, no shit. Some of the shit they do, man, I don't.
was-
I don't know how people come up with this shit. Like, why would you even want to?
And then you got to sit in your garage and mix that shit up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like I think it's some sort of rocket science when I got to make up a match up a freaking gallon and a half of two-stroke.
No shit.
You know. I'm sitting here like it's some kind of freaking. My life depends on it. Going, ooh, is that too much oil? Is that enough oil?
Too much, not enough. Where does the line begin?
Yeah. Too much isn't that bad, but not enough is a bad thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Next thing you know, the weed whacker's smoking like a banshee, and I'm going, that's fine. At least it's smoking.
At least it's cutting. I don't care if it smokes or not.
When it's not smoking, that's problems. Things are burning inside.
Yeah, for sure. That's the litmus test.
too much oil is not as bad as not enough oil.
Yep. There's no happy medium.
There is a happy medium, and that's the perfect mix. But
There's a line.
I giggle at all
That's
these
it.
guys. Yeah, and then there's these guys that go out and buy that pre-mix crap.
Oh yeah.
I use nothing but the premix. Like I've had the same can with Stable in it in my garage for 2 years now.
Open it up, it's got fucking rust floating around in it.
Nah, not even. It's got the Stable. It's fine. Every 6 months, you put a little shot in there, and it's good. Ugh. Speaking of shots, I think it may be time. Do we want to make this an 8-hour guy?
Negative.
4-hour podcast? Come on.
Negative. Got shit things to do today.
No. I got stuff to do. Oh, yeah. That's the good sound. A little bit of proper number 12 never hurt nobody.
I wouldn't say never.
Well, it hurts other people. Not the wielder. Not the ingestee. Just innocent bystanders.
Semantics.
Semantic. Speaking of innocent bystanders, you're from Fluff.
Not recently. I've been kind of out of the loop myself
I
though.
want to say I talked to him the other day. He should be freaking kicking around today.
Yeah, he just posted in his Discord he's gonna be on some VTOL later.
Oh yeah. I can't dig that game too much. I'm not big on it.
I played it a little
It seems
bit.
like there's. I feel that the most action is trying to stay airborne.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you gotta like refill your ammo and shit like that, but you gotta like land and shit to do it. I've yet to figure that shit out. But I've only played it probably 3-4 times. I played it with Marcus and Benny. I might have played it with Havoc. Might have been operating Drake.
Marcus is on watch for World War III.
God, yeah, I know. Hell, was it like 2 weeks ago he was fucking putting out fires.
I did like their firefighting tank though.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So what's going on with our Second American Civil War here?
I don't know.
You checked the news today?
Not today.
Mm.
It's
I think today was the deadline.
yeah, it's getting interesting. That's for sure. It's
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a worse state for the federal government to mess with.
there's not one.
I don't think there is.
Like if you wanted to pick one that does not give a fuck, they picked the right one. But other than that, like it'll be very interesting to see how that
Yeah, I'm very intrigued.
It's
Actually,
a mess.
that's what I talked to Fluff about the other day. I was telling him, he's like, "Oh, we got weird shit going on." I go, "You think you got weird shit going on?
Yeah, no kidding.
You should see our national news."
Yeah, it's fucking wild time right now. It's like a fucking.
I'm like,
hold my beer and watch this contest.
and they're messing. Yeah, they are messing with the one state
that you don't mess with.
Their slogan is "Don't mess with Texas."
Yeah, and they're gonna fuck around and find
Literally,
out.
their slogan. Their slogan is "Don't mess with Texas." I'm sitting here going, you remember the Alamo? Because this is how we end up back at the Alamo.
Yeah, it's gonna be Remember the Texas.
Remember the Alamo.
Yeah, so that's an interesting one to watch and kind of follow.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm trying to stay up to date on it, but everything's gotten really quiet over there.
Yeah, that's
It was
where
like
that's
this
when you
big
worry.
hype. Yeah, it was like this big hype, and now I'm sitting here going, ooh, I don't know about this one. Well, last time the feds did this, it was that ranch down there.
Yeah,
Remember they were coming in to freaking take over the dude's ranch?
That was in Nevada. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was a fucking crazy one too, and it didn't end too well.
Mm-mm. No, it didn't.
Like I remember that shit when it happened. I followed that fucking like all the way up
I was
through
following
the
that
end of it.
heavy.
Yeah,
I almost booked a plane ticket on that one.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that myself at one point. Shit about popped off. Like it could have got way worse. I think
Yeah.
what's going on now, it'll probably get a lot worse.
We're gonna have to send Nessa into the field.
Fuck.
Nessa, you're gonna be our foreign correspondent.
It's raining. Back to you.
Just make sure you're on the right side of the fence.
Yeah, no kidding. It's a wild ordeal. Any which way you come at it. And they are too. They're
Well,
like,
the
nope,
other
fuck
thing
you.
too is like 15 states have signed on with them.
Yeah. Yeah, we're one of them.
I'm pretty sure Oklahoma signed on with them too.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, he did. Our governor, I think today or yesterday, was signing a thing to send our National Guard down there.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes.
Meanwhile, up here in the unconstitutional state, nothing's getting done.
Right?
Business as
We're all
usual.
over
Turn
here
your
like,
head.
Fuck you. Fuck around. Find out, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Try me, bitch.
Yeah. Meanwhile, up here, it's just move along. Nothing to see here.
Right? Fucking move your car so we can
Mhm.
snowplow.
Mm-hmm. It's where it's at, man. We'll see. Stay tuned next week to find out.
No shit. It's like an ever evolving fucking saga.
For all we know, next week it'll be Ford correspondent from the field.
Yeah. Gets any closer, I'll be the one in the field.
Yeah, right. Let me know. I'll take a drive. Be just fine. You got a couch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. It's fine. It's fine. He turned on his lawn sprinklers. Why does it smell like gasoline?
No shit. Just sitting on the porch waiting.
Is that a flare?
Box of matches handy.
Are those two sitting on the porch smoking a doobie with a flare gun?
Just got my dab torch sitting next to me, ready to go.
Yep. Is that a raincoat? Why, yes, Bob. Yes, it is.
What gave it away? But it's sunny. It's clear.
Yeah.
Like for now.
We're all just sitting there listening to Why'd the sprinklers turn on? And they started playing Huey Lewis in the news.
That's exactly how it's gonna go.
The B square.
It's fucking time to the beat.
It's the B square. Oh, alrighty, bud. I think that's it for me.
Yep, same here. That's a good return episode, I think.
Yeah, I think we're doing all right. Maybe next week we'll have some interesting guests,
Yeah, see what we can round
or
up.
not.
Yeah, or not. We'll cross that
Or
bridge
not.
when we get to it.
Screw it.
Play it by ear. See
I
what
still think we
happens.
should do the big screen retrospect throwback party.
Yeah, I want to do that too, but I want to get like everybody kind of involved on it, like especially like
Yeah, well,
original members.
yeah. Oh, geez,
Yeah,
be cool to get some caster commentary.
yeah, absolutely. I think that could be a really good.
What were you
good
thinking was
watch.
happening? Because we can tell you what was actually happening.
Right. Listen to the
Yep.
casters and be like, okay, see, that's where you're wrong. What was really going on in
Yeah.
my mind right there was
Yeah, exactly.
fucking hackers.
Yeah.
Fuck
Son
this
of a
game.
bitch. Get like a couple of the other teams involved,
Yeah, I think it'd
a
be
couple
pretty
of
good.
members off the other teams and shit. That'd be nifty. Because I
'Cause-
know I could get the AGs.
Yeah,
Kermit, good luck. We're not gonna understand them anyways.
right.
Sorry for all of our French listeners.
We'll get a translator.
Well, that was my frickin' one duty when we played those guys. I was the only one that fucking spoke French. And I was so damn rusty by that time. I'm like, tabarnak, qu'est-ce que c'est?
It'd make for some interesting
All right.
commentary either way.
Yep.
But-
All righty. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, my friends.
You too, and until next time.
Have fun. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. It's a big window. You'll know if you fall out of it.
Oh, you'll know.
You'll know.
Right later.
Bye.